Hey guys, welcome to my review for Chapter 84 of Attack on Titan. Now, if you remember last month when I reviewed Chapter 83, I wasn't that big a fan of it. Now, I might have seemed a bit too harsh in my review, but I just want you guys to know, I didn't really think it was a bad chapter. In my opinion, there has never really been a bad chapter of Attack on Titan. It's just that I personally wasn't really a fan of what went down in that chapter and where the story went. However, a month has passed since then, and I've kind of accepted what's going to happen now. It also helped that I was on the Attack on Titan podcast where we had a big discussion about Chapter 83, and the guy who runs the podcast, YBFA, had a very different opinion on Chapter 83. So after that podcast, I can really understand why some people would really enjoy the last chapter, but still my opinions haven't really changed on it. I was still a bit disappointed. But like I said, I have accepted it, and I was very much looking forward to seeing what was going to happen. So I was really excited for Chapter 84 because you have Armin and Erwin, one of them is dead. They can only save one of them. And this is a huge deal because they're both major characters, and the rest of the story could be drastically different depending on who gets saved. So I was very excited, but after reading this chapter, I hate to say this, but I kind of felt pretty underwhelmed. Not that this was a bad chapter by any means. A lot of crazy things happened. We got two major deaths. In this chapter, Bertolt is dead and Erwin is dead. They are gone forever now. And of course, Armin becomes a Titan shifter. All of those things are huge. They're insane. Some of the biggest events that have happened in this series. So why was I a bit underwhelmed? Well, the thing is, nothing in this chapter was unexpected. Every single thing that happened in this chapter, I pretty much knew was going to happen. Which was really weird for me, because this is a series that I can almost never predict exactly what is going to happen. But before, I've speculated, okay, so it's going to look like they're going to save Erwin, but in the end, they're actually going to save Armin, because, he's Armin, and then he'll become a Titan shifter and devour Bertolt, which is essentially all this chapter was. Sure, Bertolt and Erwin died, but we knew that was going to happen. Many chapters ago, when Erwin led that suicide mission charge against the Beast Titan, I'd pretty much accepted his death. Erwin is one of my favorite characters. It was really sad to see him go, don't get me wrong. But I knew it was going to happen. I knew Bertolt was going to get eaten. That was 100% given. I think the only real surprising thing in this chapter was when Levi just goes out and punches Eren right in the face. I thought that was a bit extreme, but to be fair, they really didn't have any time to lose. Then of course Mikasa goes after Levi because why wouldn't she? And then Hanji tries to hold Mikasa back because why wouldn't she? This whole chapter just felt really predictable. And you're probably thinking, well, sure, but could you really see it going any other way? And I guess you're right. This was a pretty decent way to conclude all of this nonsense with Armin dying and whatever. It's probably one of the smoothest ways Isayama could have done that. But it just seemed, kind of safe. I mean, from what I've come to expect from Attack on Titan is these crazy unexpected events happening. What if they both were to die or something crazy? What if Bertolt just suddenly regenerates or something? But, I mean, we all knew that this was it. It was going to be one of them, most likely Armin, and we were right. So don't get me wrong though, it was still a really good chapter, it's just, it was kind of underwhelming. However, this chapter got me so excited for what is to come in Attack on Titan. So, if you don't know, Isayama did an interview for the release of Volume 20. He said that Volume 20 is basically the start of the climax of the series, and Volume 20 ends on Chapter 82, where Armin seemingly died. So of course, we're a little bit past that point now into where Volume 21 is going to be. Isayama said very soon in the manga, everything is going to be revealed. Crazy things are about to be revealed, and we pretty much know what those things are based off of this chapter. And I mean, a couple chapters ago we knew that this was coming, but this chapter was just alright, crap's going down. Armin has now devoured Bertolt, which means that when he regains consciousness, he will have all of Bertolt's memories. This is insane. Like I said, we all knew it was going to happen, but now that it has happened, and it is insane, because one of the biggest mysteries for the entire series was what are Bertolt, Reiner, and Zeke, what are their motivations? Why are they doing this? We have literally had, no clue. I mean, people made theories, all this stuff, but we have really had no clue why these guys have actually been doing everything that they're doing. Now Armin will just be able to tell everyone. We might even get a flashback chapter showing all this stuff about them that we didn't know. And of course, Reiner and Zeke, they know about this now. They're like, oh crap, they're going to find out everything. Now that they're down a pretty powerful Titan, I have a feeling they may be going after Annie now. Also, now that their enemies have peaced out, is basement time. It's a shame Erwin died before you got to see the basement. Like, that was kind of sad that he just, like, immediately dies after they choose Armin. Like, people were saying, oh, he'll be able to make it to the basement, and then he'll die in the basement, but no, he dead. But yeah, so we are finally going to see the basement. Like, this really does feel like we are entering the final arc and climax of the series. From the way it's going, I have a feeling that Attack on Titan will end around, like, chapter 100 or something. So we still have quite a while to go, but we are getting there. So yeah, all very exciting stuff, and those were my thoughts on chapter 84. It was a good chapter, okay, don't get me wrong. Like, I knew almost everything that was going to happen, but let's be real, it had to happen. And now we can all put our opinions on the recent chapters aside as we look forward to the future of this series. I cannot wait. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.